Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Introduction to Volunteerism, Topic 1. We're going to explore the concept of volunteerism, its significance, and the impact it has on our communities and society as a whole. My name is Tara Cosentino, and I will be your instructor. But before we get started, let's take a look at a short video that outlines what we will be discussing today. We will be covering the topics you saw in the video today, but first I want to hear from you. What does volunteerism mean to you? Or share a memorable experience related to volunteering. Let's go around the room and introduce ourselves. Each one of you should state your name, your major, and answer one of these questions. Let's start over here. Thanks so much for that discussion. Volunteerism is offering one's time and services to support a cause without expecting financial compensation. It embodies selflessness and a commitment to giving back. Some of the essential concepts related to volunteerism include community service, which benefits the community and improves the quality of life for others, and civic engagement, which involves involvement in activities and address issues of public concern and fosters a sense of responsibility and participation among citizens. Many of you mentioned these types of efforts in your sharing of your experiences of volunteering and what made that memorable. So volunteerism is so crucial for several reasons. It really brings that social connectivity together. So it builds stronger communities by connecting people with a shared purpose. That shared meaning really gives people connection to their communities, to the spaces that they live, to the people that live in the neighborhoods that they live in. Personal growth. So you could also gain skills and improve your mental health and expand your network beyond the jobs that you're actually in right now. Volunteering gives you a great place to start with skills that you may not yet have. The impact of volunteerism extends beyond the immediate benefits. So when we see that volunteerism and civic trust in a community go up, we see the crime rates going down. Volunteering does enhance public services by providing essential support to nonprofit agencies and local organizations that are really meeting the needs of those communities. And as volunteers, we can play a vital role during crises such as natural disasters. The American Red Cross will train volunteers to be able to respond in recovery and other response efforts when there is a natural disaster like a fire or a flood or a hurricane. We can provide immediate relief and support to the affected communities. Let's take a short reflection. Why do you think that a high percentage of people report that their volunteer activities resulted in improved mental health? So here you see some statistics. So according to the Corporation for National and Community Service, in 2020, around 77 million adults in the US volunteered. Now I know 2020 was an incredibly tough year for a lot of folks, but still others were reaching out and trying to help others in their time of need. Volunteers contribute an average of 52 hours per year. This shows a really strong commitment across various demographics. And 61% of volunteers report that their volunteerism resulted in improved mental health. So I'd love to hear from you on why you think that is. Volunteerism is not just about giving back, as we discussed a bit earlier, right? So it's a really vital component of a healthy democracy and community. It can help with skill development and growth. It fosters connections, promotes personal growth, and it can actually lead to significant social impacts. And I encourage all of you to consider how you can get involved and contribute to your communities. Let's have a short discussion. So here you see I've listed different areas that there could be potential volunteer opportunities. So they're pretty diverse. We can go from education, tutoring, mentoring, and teaching, environment, tree planting, helping with conservation efforts, with healthcare, supporting hospitals, health campaigns, helping older adults. Advocacy, this could be more at the legislature level, so you can work with organizations to raise awareness and actually lobby to your local legislators. Animal support, a lot of folks have a big heart for volunteering around animals. And then just basic needs like helping folks get fed, helping people get clothing and transportation. Now, are there other volunteer roles you know about or that you would add to this list? I'd love to hear from you. Awesome. Thank you so much for that incredible discussion and that we were able to add quite a few more volunteer roles to this diverse list. So it can be a very broad perspective on how we can give back to our communities. So in a moment, we are going to break into small groups to read through some case scenarios and role play some solutions. But I'd like each group to have diversity in your level of experience. So what I'm going to ask you to do is rate your level of experience in leading volunteers. So not necessarily have you ever volunteer, but have you led volunteers? So a show of fingers would show me what level you assess yourself at. One finger would be a beginner at leading volunteers. Two fingers, the peace sign, that would be intermediate. You've had some experience in leading volunteers. And then three fingers means that you have led volunteers and you know how to engage, motivate, and manage. So with a show of fingers, let me know if you are beginner, intermediate, or advanced. Awesome. So now that we have self-assessed, I want you to find a group where you have someone in your group that's a beginner, intermediate, and advanced. So there can be two in the same category, but at least one of each. We do have quite a big spectrum of folks in here that have differing levels of experience. And I will give you 5 minutes to get into your group, and let's move on to the activity.